My first impressions of Phoenix 200 is so yes, it's true. We did get our hands on some Phoenix 200, and I want to talk about it because it's super exciting time for film photography in 2023 that we have a brand new color film that is not Kodak. To celebrate this news, I picked up a few rolls from B&H, and I met up with my friend Take, Big Head Taco, who you all know.
Hello everyone, and welcome to...
He got some rolls from Camera Film Photo in Hong Kong, and we decided we were going to shoot kind of a first impressions, just blast through a couple rolls and see what Phoenix 200 was all about. So without further ado, let's go to Chinatown and take some photos.
And it has a little... Nope, there, and put it on display.
There's a full video on Take's channel coming very soon.
I'm just a human tripod.
Let's see if I can get a...
No zooming, right?
Let's see if I can get a good shot here. Oh, that's awesome. I'm testing out a new film. It just got released.
And if I don't wreck it, then you'll know it.
Absolutely. This is pretty exciting as somebody who just recently decided to start shooting film again, to have a brand new film to play around with that hasn't really been exposed by a lot of people and given its look yet. To be able to be a part of this and try it is pretty cool. So just a couple of things on the film itself, if you don't already know. This is kind of like a beta film. It's kind of like a first take on color films. Harmon themselves have said that they are aware of a lot of inconsistencies and a lot of imperfections, but the cool part is that they're using the sales of this film to fund more color film in the future. So when you're buying this roll, you're really buying into film photography as a whole. After watching a few videos on the film, it was very clear to me that this was a very crunchy film, very high contrast, very grainy, and also seemed to interpret the reds, greens, and blues very well. So that's why I wanted to go to Chinatown to test out this roll, as there's a lot of those colors there, and we had a great day to shoot. It really didn't disappoint. Like, the reds and the greens on this film are awesome. This picture of Santa was actually, I think, the last shot I took on the roll. There's just so much character in this. I love the way that the reds and the greens look. This film also has a lot of halation, which is really cool, but you gotta be careful with how you shoot it. Here's a picture I took of our Christmas tree in the apartment, and you can really see the halation here. And then a lot of the pictures in the sky, and anytime that there's a heavy highlight, you're gonna get a lot of that halation, which I think is really cool, but it won't be for every situation. For these photos, they were developed by Rocket Repro in Gastown, and I scanned them myself using my Epson V700. Harmon does have scanning recommendations on their websites. However, for this roll in particular, I just wanted to do my normal workflow to see how it would look. And I was quite pleasantly surprised. So for one, this negative film has a kind of purple tint to it. There was a lot of red tint in the initial scan, and I corrected it using these using the color curves for each channel. I don't know exactly why this works, it just does. I processed the film the exact same way that I would process any color film. So what you're looking at is exactly how I would do this with any other Ultramax, Fuji 400, Portrait 400, whatever it is. Initially, as somebody who loves kind of the warmer tones and brown, yellows, that type of stuff, I was blown away by what I got just from the scan. Even though there was quite a red tint, I decided to leave it in on a little bit. Looking at the tones of this film, it actually reminds me a lot of a profile I created on the Ricoh GRiii system using bleach bypass as a base. These are some photos I shot in New York and some I shot at the Canadiens games. The Phoenix 200 really reminded me a lot of these tones. So as you can see, there's a lot of like green and brown and grunge in the shadows. After Taki and I parted ways, I wanted to see a couple of different scenarios of how this film would look. So I did shoot some in my house with natural light, and then I took it out at night, which is crazy, to see kind of just what we could get. My first impressions of Phoenix 200 is, well, I love it. And I love the look, and I actually went and bought a few extra rolls to have on hand. As they did say, this is a limited edition run. It's not to be hype. I think they're just not going to produce more of it because they're going to use the money from producing this to create the next one. They probably already created another one. They're just waiting to produce it. So we will see improvements on this film, hopefully over the years. And especially because of how well received that it's been so far from the film community, I think that we are looking like the future's in good hands. And even if they do improve it, I'm sure we're going to lose a lot of the quirkiness that comes from this film. So I'm definitely going to have a few extra on hand for rainy days. But overall, I think if you are shooting film in 2023, definitely do yourself a favor, try this out, see how it is, and support the project. At this point, I'm going to say investing in Phoenix Harmon is an investment into film photography for the future. Let me know what you think, and we will definitely see this more in future videos. And yeah, happy Phoenix. Peace.